Okay, so raw analog footage. This is the analog 10-bit 422 H.265 coming straight out of the camera. As you can see, my hands doesn't look as smooth moving as it's supposed to, because I have this on the aperture priority mode and the camera is automatically exposing the whole exposure thing, and this is how it would look like. I don't know, because I haven't really learned how to properly expose the analog with the camera, so I would have just to go with the aperture priority, setting the ISO to auto, exposure to auto, just to see how the camera would show up the footage if you were to in this situation. And now I'm gonna slap in all those 4 LUTs that RED has offered, that RED has collaborated, Nikon has collaborated with the RED color science thing, everything. So this is how it would look like. I mean, throughout this footage, I'll be switching from one LUT to another LUT so that you can see how it would look like. Again, automatic exposure, so I'm assuming the camera is exposing to how it is supposed to. I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe it is, I don't know. I'll be applying the LUT straight without any adjustment at all. So this might actually come out a little bit dark, because from my experience using the Canon log and the Sony S-LUT, the S-Log, they do need you to actually overexpose a bit from the regular exposure so that you would get a better details, highlights, recovery in post-processing after you apply this recovery or the transformation light, call it whatever you want. But with the Nikon, again, I have not properly learned how to properly expose with the analog. I know there are lots of videos out there, but I have always been the kind that would actually test them out myself and see how it would look like myself, how it would work with my style on shooting outside and everything. But this is how the footage would look like, again with a regular automatic exposure from the camera, aperture or semi-automatic exposure mode with the Nikon Z50. And now I'm going to try to switch to manual mode, reduce the shutter speed so that my hand movement will look a bit more natural, and I'll try to reduce the power on this light so that I would actually get it to be at 1/50th of a second, and we'll see how it goes. Right about. So this is I don't know, this is actually, I think, just a teeny bit more overexposed. Now the histogram seems to be showing the exposure is still right, but it's a bit more towards the center now. I think the non-edited footage looks a bit brighter than the one before. And this is how it would look like if I were to slap on the RED LUTs on the footage itself. So yeah, I would say now the purpose of this video is again to show you how the footage would look like if I were to slap on the RED LUTs on the footage. So all this rant is just nonsense, and you can just skip to the next one or whatever. But as far as the color science goes, I would say Nikon is coming to an extremely good point nowadays. Okay, they've improved the autofocus system in videos. They made the videos better. The output from the videos are amazing. That color profile is amazing. And now that they have RED with them, they make this kind of LUTs and everything from the camera. I think it's almost perfect. The one thing that I would love to see on the camera itself is an IBIS system, which would make shooting videos with this such a breeze, because we all know Nikon does make IBIS system. I have no idea why they wouldn't put this on the Z50 Mark II. Maybe some sort of a cost-cutting strategy for the camera, but I would say if they did that, this would have been one of the most capable, perfect, easy to use camera on the market easily. Okay, the Canon made the Canon R7, which is, I think, would be also one of the best camera in the market for everything that it offers. But they don't have the RED color science in them with the RED LUTs and everything. So that is something that for a lazy videographer like me who's looking to just slap on something that and hoping that it would look cinematic, although that's not that as cinematic as it would be. But as far as myself, I personally like it. I like the color coming from the camera itself, without me having to mess around with the color grading in post-processing as much. I mean, myself, I like to keep my workflow as simple as possible, especially when I'm shooting professionally, if possible. The simpler it is, the better it is for me. So when Nikon came out and announced the red LUTs and everything, I thought to myself, hey, this could possibly be a solution to what I need. And yeah, I like it. I really do like it, with the exception of that IBIS thing in the camera and my previous video, the lack of lenses for the native Z mount system, lack of zoom lenses, a one and done, all kind of like a multi-purpose kind of lens. They don't have it yet unless you use an adapter and get the F mount camera on, the F mount lenses on it. But yeah, this is a thing. Okay, so that will be it, guys. Just a short footage test for the Nikon Red LUT, because some of you did ask from my previous videos about how the footage would look like without any LUTs applied to it, and when applied without any additional correction applied to it. So this is it. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. See you guys then.